What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with TeDe. Castle levels of 30. He's got this level 30 archer that he validated it with. You can see his stats here, a lot higher hit points than me, 1,000 more. About 325 less DPS. Higher magic resistance, lower physical armor. Overall, his gear is mostly just health and then damage on some of it. I think like the weakest piece of his gear is his shoulders right here. They only give magic resist. And that's really the only thing that's useful. I mean, the 3% block chance is nice, but it's 3%. And then obviously the rest is kind of just trash, so. Alright, so we'll jump into it and take a look. If I'm not able to complete this castle, I definitely need to switch out my gear quite a bit and go for more tankiness. Because I should be able to complete a castle with, like, you know, 325 more DPS and a little bit less hit points. So we'll take a look to see if I can actually get through this one. I haven't had a good track record of getting through level 30 castles recently. Also, even more so, I will have a big power spike at level 30 because just getting a new bow. Like, I have a level 24 bow right now, and the level 30 rare bow, the yellow one, that the blacksmith sells, is a gear upgrade for me. That's the one actually I was using before the wipe. I still have it. Like, I won't have to rebuy it. I still have it in my inventory. Alright, so I'm just going through this. So far there's been no mobs. It looks like he just doesn't want you to be able to kite back through this. Seems to be the main reason for the spike room. You know, without mobs or good ballista traps, like this one ballista trap might get me hit once, but it looks like it won't. Oh, it did, right there. Alright. So far so good. I've taken a little bit of damage. I shouldn't have taken a tick right there. And this is where I'm guessing the hard part of the castle comes. Because mouse wheel traps, man, I hate them now. I used to think that they were bad, but they're definitely not. So what I'm going to try to do is actually get some stun immunity. I'm going to take a little bit of damage by doing this. I actually mean a lot of damage by doing this, but I'm going to be able to kite stuff. That was the whole point, is build up my stun immunity so that in the middle of that I can drop a volley and not have to go through it and fight it inside all of these mobs. It looks like creatures can't actually die to traps. I'm not sure if that's actually the case, but he kept absorbing the damage because he was super low life. There's still something in there, a Defendatron. I want to see if I can get it to come out. I'll just move back a little bit, take a little extra damage, but hopefully... Yeah, the Defendatron moved, so I'm just gonna come back in. Alright, so I didn't actually pull all that much. I only pulled a small group. I'm gonna have to use a potion. I'm gonna try to use it as late as possible. I used it there. Because I thought those ballistas, if they all hit me, I probably would have died. So I just used the potion. Alright, so far this isn't too bad. Although, a lot of this I'm noticing you have upgrades available. Like, your Defendatron's only level 26 when they could be level 30 and stuff like that. This is why I didn't want to fight these groups inside of here, because I'm taking way too much trap damage. And I'm not even taking any damage from the creatures. It's just these ballistas. That's why this room is so difficult to fight inside of. Alright, so I got timed out, that's fine. I generally don't go for the time. Alright, use my last potion. I'm gonna have a mine over here to kill. I have one potion left. Hopefully this is the boss room, but yeah, it is, actually. There's a bunch of stuff inside of here. I'm gonna kite it back. Alright, I'm gonna actually kite this back pretty far. Let them take some spike trap damage, basically, is my goal. Try to not take damage from spike traps myself, though. This is why I took bear traps instead. I've recently switched that out, and I think it's pretty good against Pete Polymores, Cyclopses, and mainly Webmasters. Webmasters are really strong against me right now. And it'll stop their pounce thing from knocking you down if you have bear traps in front of you, so if this guy will ever come towards me, it would be nice. Aldrich drop a volley, see if it'll kill anything. So there, you can see he got caught on the bear traps. Alright, looks like it's just one dampener now. Hopefully he'll drop a health globe. He did. Trying to save my last potion to get through that mouse wheel trap area again. Alright, so I think I made it. Let's see if there's anything else. There is another group of mobs that I have to deal with. I'm gonna try to kill off the Stairmaster in between with a headshot, and then hopefully the rest won't be too bad. Oh man, that was bad. I dropped the bear traps, but I was too close to them, so I got hit by it anyway. I'm gonna go to the back of the boss room now. Alright, I think I actually completed the level 30 castle. It's been a while. And I don't think this was like a real level 30 castle, because a lot of the level, like, there was still level 26 Defenetrons and stuff like that, so I don't know. I still have a lot of gear work to do. Hopefully my gear upgrades at level 30 help out a little bit. But yeah, pretty good castle. A lot of the stuff that you have to improve on is just upgrading your mobs. Like that mouse wheel room is still really good. I'm not sure if those are level 30 either. It looked like they were doing a little less damage than they should have been doing. Usually they do around 200 to me. But I'm not sure if I increased my physical armor or something and now they're only doing 150. I don't know. But yeah, pretty good castle. We'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, for number 2 we have Hamada Jr. 1, or something like that. He's got a level 28 castle, a level 30 archer that he valued it on. Really high resistances for an archer, and high hit points also. Lower DPS. It's probably another one of those difficult castles. Luckily no webmasters in this one.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Alright, so a bunch of ballistas. This is something that you can't really kite out of, because you'll take too much damage going through this multiple times. Trying to walk to the end of it so I can get through the springboard traps. Of course I screwed up though. Alright, I'm just gonna walk then, now that I got some stun immunity on me. I will kite this forward instead of backwards, and I guess I can try to fight it in here. This isn't as bad. There's 3 ballistas, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the worst. Alright, so it looks like I killed most of that. There's some Stairmasters still around. If they don't want to come towards me, I'll just keep going forward. And hopefully won't get into a worse spot. Alright, they're coming now, so I'll just kill them.
To get patched up.
There's a lot of creatures there that I can't really fight inside of that area. The Jimbo alone kind of made me have to back up, so pulling back into this area is okay. You can kind of use spike traps against the person's creatures because creatures are so scared of crossing them that you can just kind of force one or two of them onto the spike traps and then kill it as it crosses. Mega Muttons are another one of those units at level 30 that get pretty good. They seem to get really tanky. I'm not sure if it's just me or what, but I think even lower, like I have one of the higher DPSs, I think, in the game right now. Maybe a lot of people, like I know people before had like 1,000 DPS, but because DPS is so much less valuable, I'm guessing a lot of people have switched out for health. So 700 is probably more of the high area rather than 1,000 like it used to be. Alright, I'm gonna continue forward. Looks like this is the boss room, which is good. But yeah, having like, you know, close to 800 DPS and not being able to kill a Mega Mutton in even 2 or 3 headshots, it used to be that I could one-shot Mega Muttons if I got a good crit. And I'm not even able to do that like close anymore at level 30. So I'm not sure if they buffed their hit points or what. I know they haven't said that they buffed their hit points or anything like that, but they seemed tanky to me when I fought one earlier. Alright, so I'm going to be able to get through this with 2 stars. Not too bad. So yeah. Pretty good castle. We'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, and lastly we have Ivisthegreatest. Castle level's 30. He's got a mage that he validated on. Slightly higher hit points than me, good resistances, lower DPS. That's pretty much the story for most people that are around my level. More tanky, but less DPS. So let's take a look at what he's got. Accidentally took a tick of spike trap damage there. Alright, so here's the mouse wheel room. I'm gonna probably try to pull something. Doesn't look like I can see any creatures inside of here. I'm not sure if they patched that or not, to be honest. I haven't really been doing that recently, but you used to be able to mouse through the wall, and if there was a creature, it would show up their health bar on the top. I'm not sure if that still happens, but I don't know that there's that many creatures in here. So there's one Zeke here. If I can just headshot it before it gets... well, it didn't work, but usually I'm able to one-shot headshot things as well. That's why I feel like DPS is just not worth it anymore. Why am I so low? Hold on. Alright. I'm alive still, somehow. I'm not even going to worry about that guy. I've used way too many potions, though. I guess I kite forward. That's really the only thing I can do. Because I can't go backwards, I'll take too much damage. I'll probably die in this castle.
I can't take much more of this.
Yeah, I'm dead. There's no way. Okay.
This is not good. Time for a tactical retreat.
So I'll probably end up dying a couple times before I'm able to get through this. This is one of those castles that I have a lot of struggle against at level 30. Webmasters plus like Zeeks and Archers, and just overall just like dying a ton. There was one castle I was trying to practice against a webmaster room like this, and I must have died 10 times before I actually got through it.
You need to lie down. I don't go down that easy.
I guess I should have taken a little bit more time to not take damage from traps, because the timer was fairly long compared to other castles. I wouldn't say like it's a long timer, but a lot of them, like timers in the 1 minute and 30-second area, is kind of what I'm used to. So I tend to rush a lot of the time through certain trap areas where I could take less damage. Alright, I couldn't finish off these mines, although there's no real reason to do it. I just want to take a look at the entrance again. So it's this room with the mouse wheels, and there's actually not as many creatures in this mouse wheel room that a lot of people have. A lot of people like load them up on the sides with creatures. The one thing about that is if you just skip the creatures in this room and continue forward, like you can skip a good 50 defense points out of a lot of people. Even this castle it's 4 elites, so it's about 40 to 50 points worth of creatures. That you can skip just by not getting the mines, and then you get 1 less star from that, but if you're able to complete it in enough time, then you can still 2-star it, so I don't know. I'm not sure if it's worth it to just have the mines have the extra star, because that way you can take your time and try not to take damage, or to try to rush through it and skip 50 defense points. 50 defense points is a pretty good amount, so I don't know. Either way, it's a pretty good setup castle. That's kind of the way that I think level 30 castles should probably be set up now. And it's just having the right amount of creatures, like the right ratio between webmasters, and then webmasters themselves do decent damage, but having some archers behind them, and then like a defendatron or two to just soak up damage is pretty annoying as well. So these are the castles that I struggle with the most. But either way, set up well. This is number 3, so we're going to end the video here. As always, if you guys enjoy what I do, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of Eurocastles, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. I currently have 2 more castles to run on my list, so those are going to finish up before the end of the week. So just shoot me some emails. I will update the list in the next couple of days, and that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.